Hey, what's going on, dude? Sniper here, coming at you with another video. Today, guys, it was supposed to do a reaction, but then I was like, you know what? Let's do a top 10. Why not? So here, guys, I have a little piece of paper in my hands, as you can hear. In my hands, it's a top 10 favorite Pokemon of my opinion. So let's get right dead into this, shall we? So, starting off with number 10, we have Mega Charizard X. Boy, I love Mega Charizard X because it's all-around stat boosting and it looks just beautiful. Sorry, give me a minute. I wasn't really prepared for this video as much as per se, so give me a minute. So yeah, Mega Charizard X. Woo-wee! If I had to say one thing, it looks beautiful. If I had to say another thing, you wouldn't like me. Charizard X is just a beastly send. Informants of its power, I will say, it looks beautiful. But yeah, that's enough about Charizard. Actually, not yet, because Charizard was just always a Gen 1 pick. So yeah. That's enough about Charizard for now, and let's get on to the next one, which is in 3, 2, 1. It's nice and lovely. I think it's Ava Slash. Let me get sure. Yes, no, not Ava Slash. That's number. Why not? Ava Slash. A good Pokemon, very good. I say it's basically in its stance, the switch stance, which was from fighting to defensive in a quick measly minute. Or quick measly second, which was very, very good, and no one could really hit me unless you were a ground type. And yeah, so I was would win with that with him because he would be that secondary tank if my if another one of my tanks went out. But yeah. And it was just there to be that recon support and that giving. So yeah, and moving on towards the next one, which is my buddy number 8 slot, which is lovely Weevil. Weevil is a, a speeding death, fast and painless. Death in a bottle. But no. Weevil was always that fast Pokemon. It was a good rusher Pokemon, and I always used it it was always used on the front lines because it would never fail. And sometimes it had a little feints here and there, and it would always fall through on me a little bit, but I would never give up on it. The reason why, because if I gave up on it, it would not look pretty, and I do not want to give up on a Pokemon that looks like death. And hits like a truck, because if I give up on one of them, I am going to just be screwed over. So yeah, let's move on to the next Pokemon, which is number 7, which is a lovely Rapidash. Oh, Rapidash. Oi. I hear you're typing now. You chose Weevil for a rusher. Well, Weevil was not my first ever level 100. No. Weevil was my backup. Actually, was my main first for rushing. Rapidash was my second backup. Yes, second backup. Rapidash was my first ever level 100 Pokemon. If I forgot it, you got reset with it, everything. So I remembered its moveset by heart. It was agility, flamethrower, and 2 other moves, which was flame blitz and flame charge. So moving on to the next Pokemon, we have Omanite. Yay, Omanite! You guys thought he would make it. You didn't think he would make it, but he actually is going to make it. Omanite was a very good Pokemon, and I would never lose a battle with it. Omanite was like a Gardevoir if Gardevoir became a tank. But Gardevoir, I'll talk later about. But Me, I always had that tankiness and never would fail, because once I hit Shell Smash, yes, I would lose defense and special defense, but I always had that hitting chain. So when I did Flash Cannon after that Shell Smash, you thought the world was ending, and it wasn't. Until you were on the wrong end of it. So yeah, whoop-de-doo. So the next one up on the list is gonna be lovely little Mew. Mew! Whoa! I can hear the mean comments now. Why did you pick Mew? Mewtwo is a lot better than Mew. Hold up before you even start here. Mew, however, was my first ever legendary. Mew, it was just there. It was a very, very powerful first legendary that I ever got, and I swore up and down today I would never forget to put him in my team, and I never have forgotten. If you ever see me playing SmackDown, you might have to be careful, because I might have a Mew in my other team, one of my teams on me. So yeah. Next Pokemon. Let's get on to the next Pokemon in a couple minutes. But let's continue talking about Mew. Mew is a very good Pokemon for me. Its original moveset that I had was a, I'll talk about that later in the end of a bit. So let's get on to the next Pokemon, which was Pachirisu. Oh god, that's going to be a hard name to say now. Pachirisu. Okay, Pachirisu was my first ever electric type. Now you guys would start yelling, oh, you should choose Pikachu. Pikachu was a lot better. No, Pachirisu won my heart over more than Pikachu ever did. When I saw Pachirisu, I saw a little like animal that could never fight. And I mean, it just like so cute. Yes, he does not learn moves a lot faster than Pikachu, but yet it's a lot better. In stat-wise, because in stat-wise, it just tramples Pikachu in speed. I'm not joking, actually. So yeah, giving Pachirisu a chance, it won my heart over, and it continuously will win my heart over. So yeah, I won't give up on Pachirisu, and he won't be in all my teams. So yeah, moving on to the next Pokemon, we have Darkrai. Oh boy. Darkrai, the famous dark Pokemon. Darkrai, the very good dark type Pokemon. I give it to Darkrai because Darkrai is actually the first dark type Pokemon that I had that wasn't a starter, and so yeah, so Darkrai won my heart over by that. And when I was fighting Darkrai for the first time, I thought I would lose the battle, honestly, because he kept putting my Pokemon to sleep, and finally caught him. Then I was like, you know what, let's just bring it on, put him in my team, and now he's been in my teams ever since, and he's never lost me a battle, he's never cost me a battle, so I've never lost with him. And the reason the moveset that he had was a Dark Void, Dark Pulse, Dream Eat, and for either Brick Break or Force Palm, because it needed it, and it needed fighting moves, and if it didn't have a fighting move, it was gonna die against Weevil and all that. But Weevil, oh, Weevil, like, is a good one. So moving on to the next one, we have Gardevoir. Gardevoir, my first ever shiny level 100 Pokemon. Yay, Sniper! You got the first ever shiny level 100 Pokemon. If I ever had a problem with it, if other teammates of me failed, I'd have Gardevoir there for my secondary. I rarely even had to use Darkrai because Gardevoir was there for the second attack. Gardevoir was that off-stancing. It looked like it was it's a psychic type with a fairy type mix. It's a psychic fairy, but it learns a grass move called Magic Leaf. And so often it needed it, and I always used it because the moveset it had was Psychic Shot, Shadow Ball, is Moonblast or Dazing Gleam, or a lovely Magic Leaf. So moving on to the final number one spot, and it is drum roll, please. I can't even do a drum roll. Greninja. Yes, a Gen 6 starter. As I said, Darkrai was not my first. It was my first start, my full first start, but yet he was not. Besides a Greninja. Greninja was a water dark, and I love Greninja because when it's in his shiny form, he looks like an honest, true to God ninja. No, but let me take a look at it. It's got that red scarf, that wide eyes, big look, and it's just like, hello, goodbye. Hope you like my day, and see you next. But yeah, and continuing on, and like Gardevoir and Greninja won't be always in my team, but Gardevoir will, and I will keep Gardevoir in my teams no matter what the circumstances. So yeah, I hope you guys like my top 10, and if you want me to do another top 10, hit that like, hit that comment, and hit that subscribe button. I would always like and appreciate a new addition to the Sniper Army. And I hope to see you beautiful sons of guns in the next episode. Peace out and take care. Snipe on. Bye!